it out. Shared chat started. Okay, I see. Ah. Yo, Lemon. Grown ass man, by the way, what is that meant to mean? How come I can't press the... Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Easy peasy. My god, this is always complicated setting up too many things at once. Move this over here. And then this over here. Then we should be mostly good. Wow. I'm sure if you the setup of Baron is like really low. Do I sound lower on Meta's stream than I do on my own?
Possibly.
Yo, Axolotl, what's good? Speaking of, let me know.
We have you at 89%. Oh man.
What do I have you at? I just have you at I have you at 125. I'm boosting.
I just put you, I think I was 135.
Hell yeah. Make me
work.
Big and loud. So I think this
is that too much now? Or is that good?
I'll talk a little bit so you got some audio tests. This is me talking. How loud am I? Yo, Celia Bowie in YouTube chat, what's good? Welcome. We're gonna play some TrickShot Simulator today in just a moment. Rain says weird.
I'm scared.
I'm finally done with grade 7 Yippee. You're excellent. Congrats on finishing grade 7. Hell yeah. Do you get a break now? Do you get holidays? Still kind of low. I'm just a quiet guy.
He's too chill.
I'm too chill. We're too chill for the TrickShot.
Does he need this game? Does he need this game to be chill?
Oh, I definitely do. Did you see me crashing out during the Sonic subathon? Holy. I was losing it. I need to find my inner peace. For sure. Can you bear with the FFZ audio compressor though? Yeah, we need to get that audio set up nicely without needing the compressor. In the Philippines, the summer break is supposed to be 1 a month. It's like a mid-year break, Axolotl. Wait, finishing in May. I guess that's like a mid-year break, yeah. Yo, Meta! Thank you for the resub for 46 months!
Chat, what are the chances he takes longer than this meta guy?
Gotta unplug my controller.
Surely this goes. He's going to be playing on controller. We got this. There's no way he wins.
Well, this controller has joystick drift, so when I tabbed in, my mouse shot up to the top of the screen.
What? Okay, that's crazy. Yo, Accent XL, go. Yo, smiley face. What's good? Welcome in YouTube chat. Nope, not mid-year. It's May though. That's like almost mid-year. That's like close to mid-year.
Rian.
Hi, Baronet. Yo, hi, Bubbly.
Thank you for the good RNG.
Welcome all. Welcome. Guys, for anybody watching on YouTube as well, if you guys haven't checked out my latest slop video, go check it out, okay? I put in a minimal amount of effort. Please go watch it if you haven't already. Dude,
it was too long of a video for me to find time for it yet.
It's a good, like, you can, like, listen to the video and get 100% of the content kind of video. There's, like, no... it's like it's just, it's just like a listenable video. Well, not one of my best works. It was very much a, can I cash in on, like, content being in, like, the algorithm a little bit? And it was no, because it didn't do that well. Which is good. That's a good thing as well. Because I was thinking, like, okay, this is going to be, like, a good indicator, like, whether or not I should make more topical content or whatever, but it didn't do that well. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can keep working on my Sonic video in the background and doing other random stuff. I have, like, a Mario challenge video that I want to make, which is going to be fun. Imagine if this was in the real, it would never end. That would be insane as a game. To, like, fully finish it.
It'd have to be, like, complete challenge. What were the stages? I could see it being beat the first 4 challenges.
Yeah, either that or like some sort of version of like beat any 4 challenges of like your choosing kind of thing.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Because I had a look.
Because I could see.
Yeah.
I could see Dart being an easy one.
Yeah, I see the Dart holding like a thing on the board. Okay. I'm a little scared. I don't know what that's gonna be. That's gonna be like a throw a thing and then throw a thing at the thing into the thing.
Yeah, it might be hit the ball with the dart and get a bullseye. I don't know.
Maybe. Love to see though. All right, shall we continue with badminton? I was gonna say shuffle with badminton shuttle.
Yeah, yeah, we
All
can
right.
go right into it.
What's your time and tries at out of curiosity?
1 hour and 1 minute with 2,111 tries.
I've got 51 minutes and 2,039 tries.
So you're definitely throwing a lot more.
By a little bit. All right, let's do it. Let's get into it.
This guy's throwing.
I'm throwing quite literally, and hopefully not figuratively. Time to like get back into. I need to move like stuff out of like the way of my mouse so I don't accidentally like bang something off the desk. We're gonna have flingy this
I've
game.
got my mouse on my lap right now.
On your lap, crazy strat. Imagine you just get it like in 3 shots. Just unlock.
I had one like bounce off the cup and I like tried to.
I almost did. Okay, maybe this is a good omen. Oh, okay. So I've got some plans to improve my life in May. I want to run them by you.
Okay.
Okay, so number 1 is I want to like sleep, and at the very least wake up at like a consistent time every day. Like
That would be good.
sleep at night, wake up in the morning. Like local Australia time, like wake up 8 a.m. kind of thing. That's number 1. Now, how to achieve that is that's what we get into number 2. Number 2, no using social media outside of the morning. So I'm allowed to use it as much as I want, but only in the morning.
Okay.
No doing anything that could be considered work after midnight.
It's okay, midnight's your cutoff. That's pretty generous, I feel like.
For like, if I'm ending a stream late, that's one thing. But no video researching, no script writing, no random bullshit like that. Because then
Okay.
I think my mind like kind of keeps trying to come up with stuff while I'm
Working.
getting to bed, and that's I think not good.
Do you have trouble sleeping?
I have a lot of trouble sleeping, but I think it's self-induced, as in like I scroll TikTok, and I like get up and make snacks and stuff. I turn on the TV. I probably would have less trouble sleeping if I actually just made myself sleep. So I have a lot of trouble, but I'm like probably causing it, I think. But I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know which way around that cause and effect is. Like, I don't know if it's like, oh, I have trouble sleeping, so I'm pursuing those other things. But those things are definitely also exacerbating the issue, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have a feeling that just like getting into the routine of sleeping consistently will just like improve the sleep quality. As in like, if I get into a really good routine and it's just consistent, then my body will just kind of know, like, oh, now it's sleep time, I'm gonna get tired, and I'm gonna fall asleep kind of thing.
Right.
What do you think?
I think those are good. Have you considered having your stream desk outside of your bedroom?
It is actually outside of my bedroom. I just have a spare
Oh.
bed in the stream. The only reason I use this bed is if there's a guest sleeping over or something, or I do the subathon and then I sleep on stream. But my actual regular bed is in the other room now, where Malachi used to be.
Oh, good. Because I've always heard that's a good thing, separating like work and sleep zones.
Yeah, 100%. This is like my office essentially now. And for tax purposes, that's also how I class it now, because I can write off like a chunk of my rent as a
Okay.
work from home expense, which is cool. Eat more food and lift weights. And ironically, that would probably also help.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask is like what kind of exercise do you get?
Not anything like very regimented. I'll like go out and kick a ball with friends or something. Like just very mild stuff, but nothing like actually intensive, I think, which is maybe not good. And you get something more like an actual kind of workout regime going. I cannot hit this badminton bat.
Yeah, this is difficult.
It's a hard challenge. I need to turn my
I will say,
sounder on again.
when I come to visit, eventually, when that happens,
Oh yeah.
we're gonna go rock climbing together.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I love rock climbing. That would be pretty fun. You said, like, you wanted to rock climb everywhere you go travel, right? I remember you saying that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my goal.
Is Speedrunner Meetup goes rock climbing? Crazy.
We'll find a place that has the rock climbing speed wall, which is like a set course.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't tried that in like probably since my first month climbing, and I'm almost at a year now.
Oh, nice. I have not been rock climbing in a while now, fortunately. But I used to like going. This might be impossible. I don't know if they tested this game. I don't think I saw Northern Lion get this one. Is it even in his version of the game?
I didn't see him get this one, so it could be impossible. For all
Either
I
that,
know.
or it was like so easy that he got it within like a day, and this is just embarrassing.
Do you need this to be possible in your life?
I think I do actually. If I was here, like if we're like
Mentally, you won't be able to move on.
like 17 sessions in, if we're still here. But who knows? Maybe my perspective about that will change. I don't think I've been changed yet by this game. I've only had one session so far.
Mhm. No, it feels based off the Northern Lion stuff. It seems like the bottle cap changes you
Okay.
if you haven't already been changed.
What's the what course number is that?
Like 12, maybe. I think it's the bottom row.
I see. Also have fun axolotl.
Yeah, the marble one definitely felt longer than the 21 minutes it actually took.
Yeah, interesting how that works.
I need to remember like what angle the racket was at when I get these close ones.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to replicate hits. Also, here, Ponycon by Halia. You're welcome. Here's a Jacob Storm. What's good? Welcome. How are you, Jacob? Jacob was here earlier for the Baldur's Gate stream. Also, now that it's
Yeah, how are you liking that?
it's quite fun. It's chaotic playing with 4 people, but it's good. It's good fun. There's too many games and not enough time to play them all.
Yeah. The main one I've been hearing a lot about is Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, that's a new one that came
Seems
out
like a ton of fun.
recently. Oh, just get in the thing. Get the thing in the thing, man. Oh, I forget. Did you say that you, Oh, last time I asked you, you were thinking about getting a Switch pre-order, maybe. What's your Switch pre-order status?
So I could not get it pre-ordered.
Oh, damn.
It's sold out everywhere.
That is crazy. Yeah,
Actually, watch this. I may not be able to get the thing in the thing, but
yeah.
I'm gonna search through the sites, and one of them may have it.
I wish you very good luck. What is life without games and speedruns? Feel pretty good, but it would be kind of different. Like I spend a lot of my time playing games. But if it wasn't for that, I'd probably be doing a little bit more painting, a little bit more random recreational activities. Without games, though, that would be bizarre. I don't know what I'd be streaming.
See, that was just a mental trick. Now I'm reset on this. I keep all the good strats that I came up with, and I lose all the bad ideas that I was doing.
You're like detoxing.
Exactly.
I have like some ideas about how to do this. Which ones are good, which ones are bad? That's... only time will tell.
That's for me to know and TheBarinade to find out.
I will make a supercut of this once we're done. YouTube video idea right there. I'll make a YouTube thumbnail of the two of us, like in monk outfits, but bald shaven.
We nearly died making these trick shots.
Died of enlightenment. We were with the clickbait is gonna be we almost died, but it's like we almost died and we're reborn. Boom, mind blown.
Part 2 is gonna be like our faces put over, photoshopped over like the Tate brothers, and it's gonna be like this is how you hack the TrickShot matrix or something like that.
That would have gone hard like 3 years ago. Oh,
yeah, back when they were relevant.
Yeah, isn't that weird? They were like or during pandemic, really. They were like out of nowhere, suddenly everywhere, and then suddenly nowhere again. Like now.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're under house arrest in Romania for like 3 years.
It's weird. I mean, I'm not really. It's not. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, personally, but.
No, I think the world is kind of better for that.
It is kind of fascinating to see how like trends like that change, though. I saw like a thread on Twitter going around asking people like, are there any YouTubers that you used to love that you now hate or something like that? It's a lot of old names in there. Like, wow, forgot about these people.
I can't think of any that I hate. It's just like I'm interested in different things now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't go out of my way to watch the Game Grumps play anything, but you play me a clip compilation and I'm still laughing at them.
Dude, those clip compilations get pretty hard. Yo, Candace Holly, welcome. Yo, Wiener Warrior, my grandma drank all my Pepsi, so I've been spitting in her food for like a week now. Dude, the YouTube comments are crazy. Last night, me and my friend were playing a round of Uno that lasted 4 hours. Dude, Uno was fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm similar. I don't know if there's any YouTubers that I necessarily like hate, unless I'm playing it up for the sake of like creating discourse on stream or on a YouTube video or something. But there's definitely like YouTubers I used to watch when I was younger that I don't watch anymore. Like I went through a phase of like when I was much younger, like I want to say like 15, 16 years ago, I used to watch like a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd and then like the Nostalgia Critic. But I kind of grew out of that at some point.
You know what? There is one channel, my favorite King's Quest speedrunner.
Oh.
And then he started playing this weird game called like Yeast or something. And I don't know, it just like never sat right with me.
Oh, yeah, I think I follow that guy as well. Dude, I wonder what Corsic is up to. I see him in the Discord here and there still.
Yeah, he's always. I mean, if you need something tested, like he's still so knowledgeable about all the ones he plays.
He loves the game.
He does it for the game. and we all appreciate him for it.
He's great. Okay. When do you think the Is record is going to be challenged again?
It's funny you mentioned that because I was just usually I use my bookmark of East One speedrun page to get to anything on speedrun.com. And I noticed the other day, I was just there not too long ago, and I noticed that you're no longer second place.
Oh, okay, yeah. I lost my second place like a while ago, a few months back. I think I'm in third now on any percent.
Yeah. So I mean, if there's a new challenger, who knows?
Yeah, I've been following I follow a lot of the people who like run the game on Twitch and stuff. Whenever they pop up, I'm like, ooh, pop this into my rotation of people that I watch. It's fun to see their journeys, and then they eventually switch away to something else. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, it'll switch to something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links or something.
Yeah,
What
just
kind of
random stuff.
weird East One speedrunner would do that? You
Yeah, I
know?
don't- who could possibly do that? That's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Switch to something like
Yeah, Star Strider.
Spot the Difference, competitive.
Dude, I wish more people cared about that. Spot the Difference Championship would go so hard. Oh, come on.
It's crazy to think of like all the different phases of your stream that I feel like I'm the only one who has been through them all.
You've definitely been here like almost the longest, I think. Outside of the only other person I can think of is Ray, but he's like an IRL friend, so that like is a bit of a he's got a bit of a cheating head start.
Mm-hmm. Like Ray, and I don't see Arctic around very
Oh,
often.
no, Arctic
but
has
I know
disappeared.
he was before me.
I don't think he was. I know he was also an Is runner.
I thought he was a little before me, but maybe I'm wrong. Because he also has a first badge, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah. I think I checked who the first badges were. It was like you, Arctic. I think Ray was one of them as well. Sneaky Rogue Thief.
I think Ray has it.
2K says this one sucks and took over 3,000 tries to get. Yeah, this is a hard one. So yeah, 2K, what's good? Reminiscing about the good
We're
old
probably
days, I see.
getting close to 3,000.
How many arcs does this stream had? Like distinctive arcs. We had the Is arc, which like was a very long arc that lasted from 2016 to 2020, we can say. Then there was like the finding a new game to speedrun arc, which included a few random things. I think that's where we did like Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit. That was like a 2019 to 2020 thing. There was a chess arc.
Ace Attorney.
Oh yeah, the Ace Attorney speedrunning grind. That was actually a few years. I've hit this rim. If I had a dollar for every like rim shot that I've hit so far with this badminton shuttlecock, I would have like enough to buy like a sandwich at the airport.
How expensive are I mean, I get that it's an airport, but like, can't be that expensive, right?
I mean, I haven't hit it that many times. I remind you of the bold arc. I don't know if the bold arc was really an arc. That was just kind of like a... That was like a milestone, you could say.
And there was the Near Automata arc. And some say it might still be going.
True, it is. I'll take a half of my copium canister. It's still gonna get done. The real question is, what'll get done first? Meta's speedrun obligations or Near Automata?
You have a lot less to go, but then again, mine's probably a lot easier.
Who knows, actually?
Though I do need... One of my games is like a fresh file. So we'll see how hard that is when I get to it. Which same copium canister that you're using, I'll get to it.
Look, you know, life just gets in the way sometimes. I've been doing some random
It
IRL
does.
stuff. I was like away for a bit of a week. My mum moved into a new apartment, so I was helping her move furniture. My brother tore his like some ligaments in his foot and partially ripped the tendon or something crazy, so he's been recovering for months now.
Ooh.
I got my dad to watch the first 2 episodes of Breaking Bad with me.
Okay. Showing him peak.
Yeah. Have you seen the show, Meta?
I have. I've watched through that. I watched El Camino. I've seen Better Call Saul.
Hell yeah. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you, but that's my those two that Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad are my 2 favorite shows. If I had to pick a favorite show, it would be those 2. I really, really like them. It was one of those things that I didn't watch them for a long time. I watched Better Call Saul while like the last season was airing. I was like, alright, I gotta watch Breaking Bad now because that was like a phenomenal show. I like didn't watch like the last season of it because I heard it had spoilers. So I was like, okay, I'll watch the show. And then I watched Breaking Bad like super late, and it was one of those things where like I heard it getting hyped up for years and years and years, but then once I actually watched it, I was like, okay, warranted. It was actually really, really good. Interesting to watch like a show that has like a morally questionable main character.
Questionable. I mean, like, I think we can all say he was morally bad, right?
Well, yeah, by like, there's like a point at which there's a question that I got asked by another Breaking Bad friend of mine. It was like, at what point do you think Walter White became like quote unquote evil or fully corrupt?
Now that part's tough. Because, like, I don't think just selling drugs was, like, the point where he turned evil.
Where he turned to the dark side. I have one point. My point where I draw it, I think, is like when he first refuses the cancer treatment help.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Because that's his golden ticket out of the lifestyle basically, but he like basically actively chooses to remain there for like kind of weird reasons, but it just boils down to like he wants to cook. Yo, Mike, what's good? Yo, Jimmy, good day, mate. I hope you're having a great, awesome day today. I'm having a great day today. Yo, thank you, Jimmy. Dude, Jimmy, I saw your comment on my Green Squeegee video. I'm glad you really liked it. That was a nice comment. Thank you. Right, for those of us who get bored easily, will you explain what the fuck is the point of this game? It's kind of self-explanatory. Now, when you say the point, do you mean like the
What
goal, or
isn't the point?
what is the point of any game, really? Dude, perfect the game.
There you go.
The goal? So we're trying to get the shuttlecock into the cup. And then that's
just what you think the goal is.
that's like the immediately obvious superficial goal of this game. Why this looks so boring? This is not for everybody. It's one of those games where if you think it's for you, like you'll kind of know if you'll like it just by like looking at it. Like I don't know if you had this reaction to it, Meta, but when I saw Northern Lion playing it, I was like, I know I need to play that at some point. That looks like a game I would enjoy playing. It just something about it.
When he says this is the only game, I was like, I mean, he's right. How can you get a game more real than this?
It has no superfluous
Tells you
elements.
In simple terms. Simple terms, what you're supposed to do. And it gives you everything you need. And it's all up to you.
I feel like it's also probably... I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my intuitive gut feeling. I feel like this is a game that speedrunner type people would enjoy a lot more than like your average gamer.
I can see that.
Or even if you're like a person who enjoys playing on like harder difficulties or challenging games or whatever, it's kind of sitting in that space of like that sort of game. If it wasn't for that Barinade charm and chat, I'd left by now. See, it's about this game is, you know what the real point of the game is? It's about the human experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a mirror. When you gaze into this game, it reflects back at you what you kind of put into it in a way. Autism, basically. I am not, as far as I know, autistic. But I've also never been, like, tested for that. So who knows? Maybe I should get a test. I've wanted to, actually, for, like, ADHD or something as well. Which I also don't think I have. But it would be nice to, like, go to a psychologist, get a test, and then be like, oh, I definitely don't have it. As opposed to being like, I probably don't. I've got Asperger's myself. Yeah, that adds up. That makes sense. Speedrunner comes out to say that he has Asperger's syndrome. Makes sense. Gee, thanks, Kappa. Don't worry, I don't mean that in any sort of nefarious way. I have ADHD and autism. The double whammy, as we say. I have a lot of friends who have, like, one or both of those, or other things as well. Also, your Ponypod was good. Hello, Cardi, you're streaming late. It's 9 p.m. Good evening, Ponypod. Yo, Eclipse Equilaire. I keep forgetting how to pronounce your name. Was good. Welcome. How you doing? Welcome to Put the Thing in the Thing, featuring Meta Forever, my good friend.
Yeah.
Who I've known for... How long ago was 2018? That was...
7 years ago? That sounds wrong. I thought it was 8.
Yeah, 7 years, I think. It's a long time, though. That's longer than all of high school. Seen a lot of people come and go in this business. 7 years, 2 months! Happy 7 years, 2 months.
Crazy.
That is pretty crazy. How long has it been since you started streaming actively? Because I know that, like, at the time that you started hanging out and we were chilling, you were, like, not a streamer for a bit.
Right. It was... I could probably load that up right here.
It's like, I think it was like 2020 or something.
Yeah. Don't have
You're pretty bottom. Welcome to Twitch.
this.
Chilling with the TheBarinade drinking tea is a dream come true for me. True. I'm having a little tea right now. I have some French Earl Grey that I'm using up. I got it for my birthday. Okay, I've got a question for chat and then for Meta as well. What are your guys' favorite beverages? Give me like your top 5. This excludes water, obviously, because a beverage is anything other than water. And it would be an unfair contest to go up against water.
Looks like it was around 2019.
2019, okay. It's been a good arc. Have you been enjoying your streamer arc, Meta?
I've been liking it. I don't think I ever get bored of streaming. It's just having to like do other responsibilities or
Yeah, true.
usually touching grass.
Yeah, touching grass is good. It's important.
Because initially I was like I want to play these games, and I'd like to look back at some of the playthroughs, and then when you start having people in chat that you talk with, and it's like I kind of just want to play games to talk with those people.
Sure, yeah. It was funny though. I also kind of like low-key. I didn't really start streaming, quote unquote, streaming properly until probably around the same time you did. Like those first few years. Actually, even for the time that you were around originally, you probably remember there were like months where I would go offline.
Yeah, you do like a couple streams in a week, and then maybe like the next week, and then it'd be like a 2-month break, and then it's like, oh, he's live again. This is crazy. I've got to be in chat because like I gotta let him know like I want to see this stream.
Yeah, it was, and then it was like
So
the
like, I
lockdown
would,
happened, and then I was like, okay, I'm stuck at home all the time. Well, I'm actually not even, but like I was stuck at home. I was only working and at home, so then I was like, okay, you know what? Now's the time. Coffee, root beer, milkshake, smoothies,
remember
and
like
Coke.
loading you up. Ooh, root beer's so good.
All right, Meta, what are your top 5 beverages? I'll give you mine.
Do we count milkshakes and smoothies and stuff?
Yeah, literally anything that's
smoothies
a
I
drink
can.
that isn't a
Okay.
water. All right, see you around, Star Shard. Have a good one. Appreciate you by.
I'd probably go milkshake, root beer, tea, smoothie, and chocolate milk.
Ooh, okay. You're a sweet tooth maxing a little bit. It's nice though.
Yeah.
Some good picks actually. No coffee as well.
No, I mean I like the taste of coffee, but I try to avoid it. Where
Oh,
tea, I feel like it's different, even though it's still caffeine.
true. I mean, you can get like non-caffeinated teas. You can just have like herbal stuff.
Yeah.
My top 5 are
I'll
definitely
specify cold tea.
which tea?
Cold tea.
Cold tea?
I haven't dabbled much with warm tea.
Crazy. Okay, unbased. I rescind my stamp of approval. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. My top 5. These are pretty good. I like smoothies. Are really good. Smoothies are awesome. My top 5 are number 1. Definitely has to be tea. Almost exclusively hot tea. But I have had some like bubble teas that are also pretty nice. But that I feel like has to be a separate entry. Those can't be combined together. So tea number 1. Then probably hot chocolate. Number 2. Number 3. Maybe a little bit crazy, but hear me out. Protein shake. Number 3.
I can understand that.
Number 4, smoothie. And number 5 has to be like, like any kind of cola beverage. Like
Okay.
like whether that's Coca-Cola or like Coke Zero, Pepsi Max, or Dr. Pepper, or just or even a kombucha that's cola flavored. Just any fizzy drink that's a cola flavored drink. Those are my top 5, I think.
Some good choices.
Now, when you say chocolate milk, is that like also is that just an American way of saying hot chocolate, or is that a different drink fundamentally?
Usually chocolate milk is cold, where hot chocolate is warm
Ah,
or hot
okay.
even.
I see, yeah. I'm also not huge on coffee. I like the way it tastes, but it makes me kind of jittery a little bit. Like when I drink a coffee, it feels the same, at least to me, as drinking an energy drink. Now that I've tried both. Speaking of, as well, since I've turned 28, I tried an energy drink for the first time. Uh, it feels like a coffee. Like drinking it feels the same.
Hmm.
And I had a look. I was curious. I was like, I googled some stats. I was like, I wonder how much caffeine content there is in energy drinks compared to like a coffee at McDonald's, for example. And it's like the same almost. It's actually insane. But the sugary versions of energy drinks tend to have like more sugar, and they have a few other random chemicals. And then I found out that Prime specifically, Prime energy drink has like more. Your ma has.
Is that the one you had?
No, I didn't have Prime. Prime scared me. I had a Monster energy drink for two reasons. One, I looked it up and it's vegan, so I was like, okay, I can have it. And then number two, it was in Death Stranding. And then
Oh, true.
number three, I watched a Smash player back in the day called PPMD, and he was sponsored by Monster. So I was like, I've seen him in enough places that I'll give them a try. I like it though. It's a nice it's nice for an energy boost like in the morning. Speaking of actually, I'm gonna be recording a super secret video with Mahez and Malachi. For anybody who's here now, you guys will get the early tidbits. We're gonna be doing a Monster Energy taste test tier list stream.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna be definitely wired for that. That's gonna be in Australia time. We're gonna be recording that tomorrow. Also, how are you, Maz? What's good? I have one energy drink. I promise drink it. It's Australian made and owned. I got a trust from us here. You can't even see the cup. Oh, 2K. You should switch to the other YouTube stream. There's two YouTube streams. If you want to see the YouTube stream, but in vertical. Not in vertical, sorry. I do two YouTube streams at the same time. One shorts, one not. It's called a Red Eye? Oh, I remember that drink. I remember stocking it when I worked at the grocery store.
I feel like if I got into any energy drink, it'd probably be Red Bull, just because they sponsor like they
Oh, yeah.
sponsor a lot of things for sports.
They do. They're big on like esports and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaper chocolates, hot chocolates tend to be just boiled water with those powdered chocolates with marshmallows. Chocolate milk is just cold milk with chocolate flavoring. I see, I see. The hot chocolates we get here in Australia, like if you order one at like McDonald's or something, it's like your choice of milk, usually frothed with like cocoa powder and sugar mixed in. Okay, I've got a flavor question. Are you more of a chocolate person or a vanilla person?
Chocolate all the way.
You are based. But good answer.
It's no contest.
So many of my friends, my close friend group, are vanilla fans. I'm like, what? How? How could you be a vanilla fan when chocolate is also there? So Neil, what's good?
Right. Like you get a birthday cake that's like half and half. 100% of the time I'm getting the chocolate. And then maybe I'll get a vanilla piece to see how it tastes.
Yeah.
Vanilla's not bad.
It's definitely not bad. But it doesn't stand up to the king.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this?
What's your thoughts of strawberry being in that mix?
Strawberry is not great, in my opinion.
I like that opinion.
Strawberry is really overrated. I feel like the people who love strawberry the most are people who actually just love sugar the most. How hard to be to get a cock at all? Why is she shortening shuttlecock to just cock? You know what I will also say? Strawberries, like, of the named berries, I feel like they're the worst berry.
Ooh, I don't know if I can agree with that because I don't like blueberries.
Yeah, that's my actual hot take. And for similar reason that you said, a lot of people are not big on blueberries. My favorite of the berries as well are blackberries. I love blackberries. They're like the compound ones that have like a bunch of them. I love blackberries. Oh, we're on the same wavelength, Penny Potter. Big blueberry fan. Love making apple and blueberry crumble. Blueberries are awesome. They're almost better as an ingredient than they are on their own. Like, have you ever had a blueberry muffin? That shit is like that's like the best kind of muffin, honestly.
No, better than a banana nut muffin? Come on.
Banana nut. Keaton says, how does Barrett afford to rent a whole house by himself? What is his day job? It's only an apartment, and this is my day job.
You're watching his day job.
It's a combination of things. I do this. There's also YouTube. I do art commissions on the side, specifically like VTuber model creation. It's probably another one of those that I'm making. I might be doing some video editing work for somebody. And then, like, 2 days ago, I went to a person's house to clean their house for a day. And that was, like, a $200 job. So I'm basically just hustling, is, like, the real answer. Just doing a variety of things. But it's not super expensive here. The rent at my apartment, like, without including bills, is $1,521 per month Australian. 1521 dollars, which I don't know what that is in American dollars. That might be like, what is it, 2/3 of that roughly, or is it 75% of that? I think it's like probably around like $1,000 a month American. Maybe.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's very small. It's literally it's a bathroom, then it's this room, and then a living room, and then a kitchen, and that's it. No other rooms. It's very, very, very small. His entire apartment could fit in the master suite of my place. It's pretty tiny. You can rent an apartment with streaming to 3 people on YouTube. That's amazing, isn't it, though? Living the dream, baby.
All berries are based except the ones I haven't seen, like elderberry.
Elderberries are
It's a
fine.
good take.
They're like, I feel like I see them more in, like, either, like, mixed berries, or that something's, like, elderberry flavored. Where do you sleep? I sleep in the other room, but there's actually 2 beds in this apartment. The living room is basically, like, also a bedroom. And the bed behind me only ever gets used, like, if I'm doing a subathon and sleeping on stream, then I'll sleep on this one. Or if there's, like, a guest over or something. Why doesn't your boyfriend live with you? He will. He's moving here in... So he's finishing his work contract overseas, because he lives overseas. And he's finishing a certificate, I think, this month. So once he's done with that, we have to start looking for visa-sponsored jobs here. We might actually get, like, a migration agent. But the plan is that from June onwards, to have him move here within the next 4 months. That's, like, the time frame we have. So what's 4 months after June? October? He should be here at the latest by October. Very, very likely earlier. But yeah, he doesn't live with me because he's overseas at the moment. He's like working as a teacher there, but we're gonna get him a teaching job here. But moving country in general is just pretty hard. I'm starting to... I think I see the mountain trail. Or trail, I should say. Ahead. Oh, 2K, by the way, how far into this game did you get?
He brought gooseberries. Is that kiwi?
Gooseberries. I don't know what gooseberries are.
Is gooseberry a kiwi?
Like a kiwi fruit? They are like grapes? What?
Am I thinking of what was the trivia thing? What is a kiwi called in China? Or Chinese gooseberry? I'm so smart.
Oh my god, dude, his brain is so big.
I remembered trivia from 1 week ago. This is crazy.
Let's go. Dude, my arm is gonna be sore. Oh, heads up, guys, by the way, as well. There will likely not be a stream at normal time today. I will be out and about, walking around a lake.
Ooh.
But
Walking around the lake seems fun.
after this week is done, I will be back for some crazy long streams. I have some plans. I'm gonna attempt some 12-hour long recurring streams. I'm trying to plan that. Yo, Zach, you have a Mario Super thumbnail? Wait, do I? I actually have to change that. Hold on.
Oh, Mahez. This is challenge 6 of 16.
You're right, I do
We're
have a
here for
Mario
much
thumbnail.
longer than just getting it in the cup.
Boom. I changed all the info, but not the thumbnail. Bam. Alright, fixed. Thank you for the heads up, Zach. Yeah, there's 16 total, and we've done the first 5, and this is the 6th one, like Meta said. This is a weekly journey. Meta and I are gonna be doing this every Wednesday, unless something comes up. Until we achieve enlightenment, and also finish the game. How's Ari? Zach was good. People out here are playing the new Elder Scrolls, and by new I mean the new old Elder Scrolls. Meanwhile, we're here playing TrickShot Simulator, baby. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you when you get here, Mahaz. You guys are coming around midday, right? Or arriving around midday, I should say. $19-year-old Elder Scrolls, that's $50 for some reason. I mean, it is a remaster.
I know we're all thinking it, so I'm gonna say it. You know, all those other people are playing a game that exists already, that existed already, and you know, we're here playing something new, something unique.
True. This should be the $50 game. No idea. When Malachi wants me to drive us around is when we drive around. Well, okay, I told Malachi to arrive here around midday, and he said, okay, see you midday. So I will see you guys midday. If you randomly message me at like 9 p.m, bro, do not come that late, okay? Get here at midday. Or, if that doesn't work, I'll just come by and I'll just come drive by. Yeah, I got no invite. You gotta move to Australia first, but then you can come by. We'll get you to rank the monster flavors thus. I'm getting a DS for my birthday. Yo, like an original DS. This shit is better than Super Mario 64. It's definitely different. But I don't know if it's better. It's just a different kind of grind. A DSi or a Lite? Nice. You know, when I was a kid, I went to a place here in Australia called Tons of Fun. It's like a arcade where you get like tickets and you can like redeem them for like prizes and stuff at the counter. Typical arcade setup. And back in like 2005 2007 or whatever year it was. I don't remember. They had like a machine where the goal of the machine was it would rapidly count on a digital screen from 0 all the way to 1,000 and beyond. And you had to press a button right when it hit 1,000. You had to stop it at 1,000, and then you could choose like a prize essentially. And the machine had a lime green DS Lite, and I was like, holy shit, I want that prize. So I went on that machine and I tried it, and I know those things are usually rigged probably to like not let you win until like a certain amount of successful shots would have gone through. So I've tried it a few times and I got like 999, 998, 1001, 999, and then I like on the 6th try or something I got the 1,000. And I tried selecting the prize, and it wouldn't let me select it, even though the thing was like winner, winner, winner. So we went and got like a staff member or something like that. And I don't remember what reason they gave. They're like, oh, sorry, the machine is being buggy. It wasn't meant to let you win or something like that. And so I didn't get the prize. I instead got given $20 worth of vouchers for the arcade, and I have never gone back since then. Like almost 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
It was insane. $20 of the vouchers to play more. I've literally not set foot in one. Or no, I have been inside one, but I haven't played there since then. I bring that up with my friends sometimes and they're like, oh, you want to go to Tons of Fun? And I bring up the DS Lite, and they're like, you're still thinking about that? It's about principles.
Yeah, I agree. I think the prize should get paid out in that instance. Give them the prize. It doesn't matter if the machine wasn't supposed to give a win. It gave a win.
It did. It's a casino response. Pat the prize and turn the machine off for maintenance, bro. Yeah. Surely they could afford it. I had probably, like, up till that point, definitely spent more money than whatever the DS costed at, like, the place over, like, the years. Such a cool color, lime green as well. I was like, BS, the house not where that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, no, this is weird. That's like also where I found out about this whole like I didn't know about this thing of like those machines for the most part are like made to pay out only a certain amount of times like per day or per whatever. Like once they've been once a certain amount of like tokens have been used or whatever, then like okay, now they can pay out. But I think like when they're not meant to pay out, like if you actually hit like the winning number or you like you win in reality or whatever, the machine will like bump it up or bump it down by like a number. I've seen that with like there's like this stacking game as well where you like stack these cubes on top of each other and you have to try to get to the top to get like the grand prize, and that thing will also like make you miss at the top if they're not meant to pay out. But it's okay. I've since been to other arcades. That one didn't even have a DDR machine. I went to a different place and they had a DDR machine. Bro, that changed my life forever. I'm thinking the full when I do get the big day sample collection, I might try and get a DS and ship it out to get a capture card. You want that arcade nostalgia? The coin game on Steam is an arcade simulator. I don't really need like a... I don't know if I have like a arcade itch. I might look at it just because it's a simulator game though. It'd be fun. If it's anything like this, then I'd probably like it. I have like I have so many of these shuttlecocks like next to the cup. LDM just in case. Thanks. Actually, you can post it even in the games chat or something if you want. There's a survival mode? How does that work? You can die by missing curfew? What? Do. You also need to eat junk food and other things to keep energy and health up throughout the day. Yeah, that sounds kind of fun. Also gang violence? Wait, what? Okay, that sounds like there's a little bit too much in the simulator there now. We're getting past, like, just the raw gameplay. Gang violence? In my arcade simulator? Meta, do you have any tips or tricks for this thing? I'm getting close, like, 1,000 times, but I'm not getting anything in.
If I had tips for you, I'd be making it in.
You want fair point? Do you think we'll get this in today?
You know, I think there's a chance we won't. I'm going for like an insane trick shot here. Bounce it off the back of the racket back towards the table.
That sounds crazy, actually. My tip is to get an autoclear. Autoclear would not help with this. You need to, like, actually, like, schmooth your mouse. You gotta, like, fling it. Well, this one you have to time this one as well. Flicky good. Oh, 2K, I don't know if you were here when I asked before. How many of the, trick shots did you finish? How far are you in? I saw you got, like, a decent amount of achievements. We're on the grind, we're not cheating today, little bro. Yeah, this isn't a game that you cheat, I think. There's no satisfaction to cheating a game like this, I don't think. The joy of this game is, like, the journey itself, you know? Like, what's the point of getting the trick shot if you don't, like, spend a few hours, like, and a few thousand throws trying to get it? You know what I mean?
I completely get what you mean.
You can record your mouse movements and then loop it. Yeah, but that implies that, like, you've got the right mouse. What if your mouse movements that you record are actually wrong? You record the mouse movements and loop, but wouldn't that guarantee miss every time if it's a loop to miss sequence? True. It would definitely help. Maybe. Help in the short term, but it wouldn't help build your character in the long term, you know. This is a character building game, but the character is like your character in real life. It builds your character as a person, and you can't. There's no shortcutting that, you know. You just gotta throw the thing into the thing. Nine complete. I skipped over plastic cup and I've been working on chip 3 in a row. Erase the pin. And erase the pin lately. I see, I see. Dude, 9 are nice. I'm gonna be pretty happy to just do these in order. Like, regardless of how many attempts it like, takes. We're gonna have to do them anyway. So there's not too much of a benefit in skipping anything right now. $10,000 to skip a level, lol. Look, if you paid me 10,000 bucks, I would easily skip a level straight away. I would take the 10 grand.
Is that like 10 per? Like 10 for Barinade, 10K for me?
If not, I'll split it with Meta. Trudging slowly through Unleashed. Oh, yeah, what are your thoughts on Unleashed, TK? That reminds me, I need to start Infernal Machine. I'm gonna start it after I get through, whatchamacallit, Death Stranding and Ocarina of Time. Or maybe I'll just add it to the mix. Says the rest, $90,000 with MLP plushies. I don't know if I would spend $9,000 in plushies. That's a lot. I'd probably just spend like the rest of it on bills and rent, just so I can continue to exist for longer. Before I get to that, 3,939 tries, 1 hour, 32 minutes, 57 seconds for this one. Oh, you are a fast flinger. I'm definitely going to take more time than that. In fact, I've actually definitely already
I
exceeded
think we're... Yeah. Let's, tab. We're at 2 hours. I'm at 2 hours. So you're at like an hour 50 or something.
Yeah, hour 51. So we're at a similar-ish pace. Dude, a friend of mine got this game because he thought it looked a little easy or whatever, and he took like doubly long to get like one of the he did the bouncing cup one that we got in like 5 minutes took him like 30 minutes. He was like, okay, fair enough. It's harder than it looks. Mr. Beastinated. I don't think I have like the personality to be a Mr. Beast type. Oh, it went in but bounced out. Are you kidding me? Dude, the shape of this thing is like so crazy. This is like, it's tricking you into thinking it's like so much, like the cup is so small. It's such a tight fit.
Mm-hmm. The angle of the camera doesn't help either. Like, it's hard to tell what trajectory you need.
Alicia's definitely the better game of the two by far. Definitely having more fun with night stages than day ones, but drifting Sonic in the day is kind of funny. I definitely got the better end of the stick with this deal. Lol. You know what would be the true, like, what's the word? The true best case scenario is if we both just like the other game more, because then we both just recommended each other better games. For context, I played Sonic Unleashed and didn't like the PS2 version, like, very much at all. And 2K played Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine on PC, and he hated that game. We both suggested we play the other game. So he got the PS2 version. I picked up Indiana Jones. I have yet to start it, though. You're gonna hate Infernal Machine? Is it similar to anything I've played? I don't hate that many games. I hated Conker's Bad Fur Day. Please put Dance Monkey Dance in the background. Isn't that a song? I'm gonna get copyright stricken for that. Is that the song that goes like, dance da 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 da, whoa, oh. Is it that song? No. Okay, never mind. This has got the PS2 version of Unleashed 2 since Barry played, yeah. It's a unique experience. For some reason, Unleashed has, like, some big differences between its ports. So partially funny how the game will keep asking randomly in the middle of playing, like, do you want to continue playing? Yeah, it does all this. Like, are you sure you want to keep playing? Insecure game save screen. Meta, do you think we will get this session?
I'm starting to have my doubts.
I think we will. I think we'll get it. I'm getting too good at, like, missing it barely for it to not eventually get in. I say that and then immediately start playing, like, a bit worse. Oh, it's a copyright-free song, Kevin McLeod. Like, I kind of prefer playing without music. I'm just here to listen to Meta's beautiful voice. And the sound of, like, the whirring drill spinning the racket around. So how are you, Meta? How are you handling it? How's your mental state?
Good. Getting a little sleepy. I've got to stretch or something.
Yeah, you should get up and move those muscles. What's your availability to play today? Actually, what's your schedule like?
At least another hour.
All right, easy, easy. That actually might work out pretty well because I personally have to go in an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that lines up with me pretty well. If you want, I can screenshot the stuff with the game I have so far. I showed a good chunk of them already too. This game, I mean. Yeah, you've been showing them in the games chat, right? I think I saw a few. But if you want to show any of the ones that you haven't showed already, please do. I like seeing people's stats for it.
Imagine if there was a side challenge, getting it in this cup on the
Oh, and the
cabinet in the back.
imagine if you got it in it and it counted it.
I was thinking that I was like, I'm just gonna instantly skip that replay if that happens, so you don't even know.
It's like I look at your screen, you're in the next stage. Wait a minute.
Right mouse on accident. Like flips the camera.
Yeah, I think like right click and then hold is like looking around. Ooh. Oh, I need to stretch my arm, but this is hard, man. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna use this time. Gonna grab a snack.
Ooh.
Stand up, do some stretches. I'll be right back.
All good, all good. Alright, now I secretly lock in while he's away. I'm trying to experiment with like throwing the shuttlecock in like different spots on the screen. But it's hard. It's it's tricky. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea actually. Maybe a tea sip. Rage lock in. Time to lock in, baby. Oh, I have a weird request. Can somebody in my chat try redeeming a hydrate? I just want to see if the alert for a point redemption shows up or not. I had an issue the last few streams where like they weren't showing up in my third-party chat widget. But I did like a little reinstall and stuff. I updated everything. So I want to check if that works now. But actually, I don't even know if it might be affected by this being a combined chat, actually, now that I think about it. I might have to check that, like, at a separate date. You know, I just noticed, this table is very tall. It only just started looking a little bit weird to me. Is this like some sort of hallway side table? Like, what is this thing? What's going on with this thing? Kind of weird. I feel like it's a table like a rich person would have in their house to like hold like a singular vase or something like that. This is impossible. I don't know if they tested this game. I think this might not be doable. Do 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 do. What about just wasted real estate? Yeah, what do you put on the bottom there? A second vase? A plant that doesn't mind being like a little bit more shaded? Okay, fun question for chat. If you guys won the lottery, $20 million, what is like the first thing you would do with that money? Or what are some of the things that you would do? I would personally immediately buy like a new wardrobe of clothes. I would like just go. I would like go clothes shopping. I would donate all my old clothes to like charity or something. I'd buy a bunch of socks that don't have holes in them. Shirts that aren't like 15 years old. And then maybe like an apartment or something, or like a house. Might do that as well. Live the dream. Dude, I hit the cup and it bounces out, man. It hits the cup and then comes back out, bro. Replacement vase in case the first one falls over a tree. It's just like a container for like another vase. Put off in a checking deposit to live off the interest and piss the other way. Piss away the other half. True, good strat actually. Also, your colon was good. Just buy a house for myself, probably one for my sister and a family too. You don't need anything massive for me. I just need my own space. Oh yeah, wait. Do you live with your other family, 2K? Also, dude, Colin, how are you doing, man? What is good, legend? Welcome to put the thing in the thing, the stream. How many, I'm gonna check, hold on. Return to stage select. I want to see how many shots I've got. 4,188, 2 hours, 3 minutes. Holy. I've been with my mom and stepdad since 2019. Car died during pandemic. I've felt trapped here ever since October 2020. What happened to the car? That reminds me, I need to get my car serviced at some point semi-soon-ish. One of these days. I like stretch my fingers a little bit. I feel like my hand cramps up after doing like a little bit too much of this. The engine just died? Dude, that's like the worst thing to happen, actually. I've only ever had 2 cars. My previous car and the car I currently have. My previous car, the engine died as well. But it was maybe slightly my fault. What ended up happening was, there was a day that my engine was randomly smoking. Like, I got in the car, I started it up, and I was gonna drive... I don't remember where. I drove to, like, I was gonna drive to the city or my grandma's house or something. And I ended up having to take, like, this highway that went through the city. But when I got in the car in the morning, like, to go drive, it was like a dark smoke color coming from the hood. It wasn't too much, but I was like, oh, I'll get that checked out, like, maybe tomorrow. Bad idea. I should have, like, immediately gotten it towed or something or whatever. But I drove the car, and then it died on the highway. And I got, like, trapped on the fast lane of this 4-lane highway that went over a bridge. And the police ended up coming, and they helped, like, escort my car to, like, a nearby kind of offshoot section. Because when the engine died, the car, like, slowed down to a stop, but I couldn't merge lanes out of the fast lane. And I got it checked out, I got it towed to a mechanic, and they're like, oh yeah, the engine is destroyed, we have to get a new engine in. And basically they said, like, the cost of the new engine would be more than what the car was worth. Like, the car was worth, like, 8 grand or something, and they're like, hey, new engine's gonna cost $10,000. I was like, dude, I can't do that, that's ridiculous. No, I'll just buy a new car. And so I went and bought a different car for, like, $7,000 back in, like, 2018? 2019? I forget what year I bought it now. and I've had that car since. It has about the American equivalent. It has about 200,000 miles on it, or 322,000 kilometers. And I'm the third owner, but it's pretty good. I get it like serviced and checked up on. But yeah, life lesson learned: if your car is emitting black smoke from a place where it shouldn't be, I should check that immediately.
I feel like that's anywhere.
Yo, Meta,
Hello.
how are you? Meta, do you have a car?
I do.
What's your car history like?
Um, and I bought my car specifically for the job I'm at now because
Oh,
it's a requirement to like drive around between schools.
fair.
Um, so that was 2.5 years ago, almost.
Very nice. What kind of car do you have?
Just over 2 years. It's a Hyundai Tucson. It's a 2017, I think.
Oh, pretty good actually.
Uh, Bought it used, I think, one previous owner.
Very nice, very nice. That's like pretty ideal. If you're like the second owner, that's like pretty nice, I think.
Yeah, like no known accidents, second user, so like wasn't too bad. The miles, I think I bought it at like 46,000 miles, and I'm up to like 75,000 or something.
Oh, it's pretty good actually.
So still have quite a lot to go with it.
I just passed 200,000 miles on my Subaru, my '09 Subaru Forester. It's been chugging along.
No black smoke from it.
Oh no, it's in good condition. Thankfully, nothing like that. I think it was the first car was like a combination of getting unlucky and then me not taking like the proper precaution. That was definitely not a leave it for tomorrow kind of thing. That was definitely like a get it checked out straight away kind of issue. But hey, you live and you learn.
I
As they
will
say.
say, yeah, with mine, I I completely forgot oil changes existed
Oh yeah,
for the first year of owning it.
nice.
And so when I went in for an oil change, the guy was like, "Hey, so your oil's like it's pretty low. Are you noticing it like burning or leaking or anything?" I'm just like, no, I haven't noticed any of that. I'm not too sure why it's low." It might have been. It's been a bit since the last change, but maybe it's that.
Dude, I wonder how
But
much.
they fill it up
Yeah, it's
the
nice.
same. So technically, I got more bang for my buck.
Oh, there you go. Let's go. I'm wondering like how much. I wonder how much of this stuff is like easy enough that you can just kind of do on your own. I was thinking about this before, like replace the bulbs, replace the oil. Like that seems like replace the coolant.
Hmm.
Definitely need to do some of that.
I was having a bulb issue a couple of weeks ago, and so we had it. Thankfully, it just needed to be like tightened back into place. But then it happened a week later, and we were just like, "Oh, maybe we didn't tighten it enough."
Mm.
So it's still working now.
That's good. That's good. Oil maxing. I definitely need to change some stuff in my car. Some oil changes and stuff are in order. Maybe I'll do that. Since I'm out today, maybe I'll do that today, actually. Go to a car shop. I need to get a replacement bulb. I might replace my windshield wipers. They're kind of old. I had a Kia Rio hatchback. I was at the showroom when I went to the dealers. It was the only manual shift Rio they had. They actually Had to open the huge window doors to let me test drive it. Nice. My previous car was a Kia. I had a Kia Sorento, 2008. The diesel car. It was fun. It felt like driving a bus or something. It is very like a you have to steer the car a lot to get it to turn. To be fair, I like compacts more than larger cars. Yeah, I've got a SUV now. I mean, I had a SUV before. It's just been very. It's useful if you have like a lot of friends who don't have cars, and then you carpool a lot with like 4 people in it. Or if you need to help people move, which for some reason it seems to be like my life has been like helping my family move constantly. It's always somebody moving for some reason. So I was like, alright, I've got the SUV, I'll come help. It was nice for helping me move. I helped Malachi move here and out a little bit as well.
Just as useful as a pickup truck, if you ask me.
True.
Without being, you know, too big to fit in a parking space.
Yeah. The Subaru I have has like it has a pretty small like footprint actually, surprisingly. Oh, yo, yoo-ha.
Hey, yo, wait. Oh, there he is. The message showed up later in my chat.
That's weird. Interesting.
Had enough time to throw a birdie, look down, not see the message, and then see the message show up.
It's a trial by fire. Better take me for granted. Meanwhile, Barinade spies me in an instant. I'm a professional. That's what you say now, but just wait till I accidentally ignore like 5 messages in a row. Rear actually has really good head and legroom, so I had 5 people in my car at points without complaints. Oh, nice.
Yo, I hope you slept well.
Dude, has anybody ever told you that your username sounds a little bit like what the Koroks scream when you find them in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yo-ha!
You found me.
I get that a lot. Better than you, heard TBH. Where? Give me your username story. Where does your username come from? I know Meta's comes. He's a pretty big fan of like a specific artist that I've seen online. Kidding.
Yeah, man.
Truly unfortunate.
One day I'll become the bigger creator, and they'll be the ones getting auto-corrected to me. Which also, I don't know if I want that kind of crowd. There's no winning.
I hope no like random fetish artist decides to get like really big with the username like TheBarinade or something like that. Yo, Toast, what's good? What if this Korok screamed in pure terror when you found them? Like you find them on the map and they go. That'd be crazy.
They were hiding under that rock for a reason.
Oh, Toast, I have a question, by the way. If Aira is not feeling up to going to the lake. We're still going to the lake, right? I've not yet seen if there's been any update to the reply that I sent. Basically, two Turkish words, ya and oha, meaning something along the lines of whoa, whoa. Basically, a slang we use when we are surprised about something. So it's like ya, oha. Something like that. Okay, interesting.
How have I never asked that? Maybe I do take Yuha for granted.
I guess, question mark, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Wait, let me check. Did the error reply? Surely we're still going out, right? I was like looking forward to touching grass.
Then you fuse the Korok to a glider and you're like, you know what? Fair. They should be terrified.
So my sister's reaction to her law school textbooks in 2007 when I was looking for a nickname for Dragon Fable. I had a pretty cool username creation story. When I was 13 and creating this username on YouTube, I was like, I like Ocarina of Time, and this boss name sounds cool, and so I used it. And here we are. 15 years later, actually. Almost to the date. Actually, I think my YouTube's channel anniversary is coming up. Dude, you know my original YouTube channel is almost 18 years old. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy. Is that the channel with the video of how to make tinted windows in
I
like
can't
Photoshop?
believe that you remember that. Dude, what? Almost happy to
The
do your
deep
car windows
dive.
day. No, that one is gonna. That channel anniversary is like in November. That was a November 2007 channel.
Toast knows.
He knows.
Only real ones know about tinting your car windows.
That's like if there was a Barinade and Friends iceberg, that would be like kind of lower on the iceberg. That would be fairly deep.
Mm-hmm.
The Photoshop tutorial arc. Happy Naruto X Sasuke AMV Day. Dude, one of my friends who I won't dox, her first YouTube channel username was Sasuke Lover 4870. Dude. Good times.
That reminds me, for this for today's mystery tournament challenge, I scheduled our match yesterday, and I accidentally was still logged in with my like first Google account, which is like now my way like alt account, but it has all my YouTube stuff on it, so
Oh, okay.
I keep it signed in. And once I clicked send, I was like, I need to send in another because I can't have that. Like, dude, it's like tobuscusgames@gmail or something. I'm like, I can't believe that was my email, and I can't change it because Google won't let me.
I am so sorry. That is actually incredibly unfortunate.
Like my main, I make it a point to just switch to a different account if I'm ever like commenting on a YouTube video because I'm like, I don't want anything related to this account.
That is wild. Dude, Tobuscus, like, what a fall off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm glad I was naming myself after like like Nintendo games. Ugh. Who did I watch? Did any of my childhood like YouTube people that I watched become problematic? You know what's crazy? Nobody I watched as a kid became like crazy or anything, but people that I watched in like early university have become
I was
Well,
gonna say, weren't like your top 3 favorite streamers at one point like all banned from Twitch?
yeah, but that wasn't those weren't childhood like creators. That's like more like now that I've become an adult, it's just unintentionally happened. But like the people I liked as
Yeah,
a
you
kid were
became
like
problematic as you got older.
maybe, yeah. Because I liked like Angry Video Game Nerd when I was a little kid. I don't know if I have not stayed up to date with anything relating to him like the last 10 years. I don't know if he's had like any controversies or not, but I haven't heard
I don't
anything.
think
So
so. I just don't think his humor hits as many people anymore.
dude, his humor went so hard in primary school. But I went through a period of being a fan of this political commentator creator called Destiny, who I'm not a fan of anymore at all. That was a that was a dark period. Those were dark ages. Sad times.
We were actually talking about that a little earlier, Yoha.
Oh yeah. Which creators you used to love and now hate? That's a yeah. My answer to that is probably Destiny. That's like kind of recent-ish kind of one. I was thinking of making a like a video. I don't know if it would fit on the main channel, but maybe I could just make it like a long video called like why I no longer watch Destiny. For anybody who doesn't know who that is, by the way, he's like a edgy, left-leaning kind of political commentator person, but he's uh embroiled in his own string of controversies and just generally not a very great person. But I feel like this might sound kind of crazy. I feel like he maybe unintentionally or intentionally employs cult-like subtle manipulation tactics on his fans to like keep them loyal. And what I mean by that is like the sort of thing of like framing kind of everybody who's against you as like being in the wrong kind of thing. It's the same thing that like I feel like Scientologists do to like ex-members. They'll kind of just shun
Is
them.
is that where my coworker gets the behavior from?
Well, what are you referring to?
He So my coworker is like a debate bro
Oh yeah.
and is known for having like being in the Destiny Discord.
Oh, wait, tell me more about this. This is juicy. I'm a what do you call it? I'm like recently escaped, you know.
Reformed. Hold on, I'm trying to check something.
Recovering addict. Yeah, unironically.
Dude, my computer is wigging out. It will not let me look at my users list.
It's busy rendering like 40 shuttlecocks currently and a rotating racket. But yeah, there's something to be said. Like, I feel like that could be because I've seen other people make YouTube videos, like takedown videos and hit pieces and whatever. But those were never that convincing when I was a fan. And I think the reason why, like looking at those, is because they're made by people who were never fans in the first place. But I was wondering, like, I wonder if it'd be worthwhile to create a video talking about why I kind of disavow him now, from the point of view as like I was somebody who was a big fan of his content at a point in time, to talk about like what my perspective was of him then and what I think of him now and what led me to change my mind on him kind of. I wonder if that would be like more helpful for like getting people to see like the more problematic stuff and his behaviors for what it is. Plus, I think the effect that he unfortunately, I didn't think this at the time, but I think it now. I feel like the effect that he has on people who are fans is it turns you into a slightly worse person, very slightly. Not like not into a horrible person or anything, but I think it imbues you with like personality traits that are not great, or like make you more insufferable.
I agree.
Oh yeah, wait. What's this coworker story? I need to hear about this.
Um, there will you know, I in my family,
Hmm.
I'm typically the person who would continue a conversation because I kind of felt that need to prove my point right.
Hmm. You're saying you were that kind of person.
I was that person. Sometimes still am with
Hmm.
my family.
Yeah, I relate to that as well.
When this coworker started working with us and talking with him, there was a point where I was like, is this what I sound like? Because I don't like this. In a
Crazy.
way, Destiny made me a better person by me interacting with someone that watches Destiny.
That's crazy. Oh.
But there, like that thing you said about like manipulating and making it like almost making it seem like you're bad for your wrong opinion.
Mm.
Like the it's debate bro, but at the same time it's very like just dog on the other person and make them feel bad for their opinion, and then you win the debate, I guess, which doesn't feel like debating.
Yeah. People will call that type of stuff like blood sports or whatever. It's like, oh, you just kind of rail into each other and whatever. But I know I just noticed like I think there was a thing that happened like a couple of years ago, and this is just like escalating things. But like I would see like he would have like a friend or a content creator he like associated with, and in the past there were people that I also didn't like just in general. He had like a friend called Vosh, and then like a friend called Hassan, who's like a pretty big streamer on Twitch now or whatever. And he would be like friends with them for a while, and then they would have some massive falling out, and then afterwards he would like talk extremely negatively about them and like frame them as like a horrible person or like almost evil essentially, um, and like dim-witted or whatever. And I was always kind of like he. It sounds silly to say, but like the way he would talk about these people was very convincing. Like he would make me think like, oh yeah, you know what? I agree. Those people are wrong. You're always in the right, and all these people who are like leaving your social circles are in the wrong. It's not everybody else. It's everybody else that's wrong, not you, kind of thing. But then there was
Mhm.
one content creator that actually did kind of somewhat sympathize with and somewhat like in the moment, that he was kind of semi befriending and warming up to. And then that content creator decided at some point like that he needed to look into Destiny's past a little bit because he thought he was like abusive to women or something like that. And then immediately, like, there was a tonal shift straight away. Destiny started calling this guy like a pedophile, and he said like his wife spoke out about him, and he's like, oh, his wife is just a puppet of like him, or whatever. And that felt like way more overt that time round. I was like, okay, this is like very clearly like a smear campaign this time, and that made me start like kind of
Mhm.
reassessing like the past kind of instances as well a little bit. Like maybe there was like some truth to it, but he's very good at like smearing people who like who go against him essentially, who go against the acceptable grain. But like not to the public of it, it's just like to his fans. I feel like
Right.
maybe people who are outside of the sphere can see it a little bit more for what it is, but I feel like when you're actually in it, it's like way harder to see, because when you're like a fan of a content creator, you kind of take what they say for granted a little bit, or maybe they have some sort of like they have some personality traits or virtues that you like value, and then like that blinds you a lot to like writing off a lot of the more negative stuff. But then the breaking straw that happened, I don't know if you heard about this or whatever, but Destiny is getting like sued for um like distributing somebody else's nudes without their consent to other people or something, and then that like leaked online or whatever. It's kind of crazy.
For some reason, I thought it was an abuse thing.
That it wasn't or that it was.
That it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what it is right now. That case is ongoing and stuff, but he has like a pattern of doing this throughout his life. This is like not the first time this has
Oh,
happened, and Probably won't be the last. Oh, here's the other reason why I was thinking about making a video, maybe because I was a fan. I have like so much knowledge and insight into like past events that people who are like looking from the outside like might not know. So maybe like compiling all of that could be like worthwhile or something. But who knows? I don't know if I'll actually make that video. But it could go hard. Who knows? But yeah, other than that, there haven't really been any like big content creators that I was like a really big fan of that I've like super turned on or anything. I feel like most of the time it's like I watch like some neutral YouTube channel and then maybe my taste changes a bit over time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like in high school I used to watch a lot of like anime reviewers or whatever, but I don't really watch anime reviews or anything like that anymore.
Used to watch PewDiePie back in high school, and then I was like, I don't really care for his content anymore. And then I see a video of him rock climbing, and I'm like, I'm all for it. PewDiePie is great.
His like kind of current arc is kind of cool, like lightly checking in here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Meta Forever and TheBarinade will never
Semi-retired.
disappoint me for following them. Don't worry.
I would never.
I think Meta Forever is safe. I hope I am too.
We're
He's
gonna
like-
find out Barinade's like not actually Australian, and then we're gonna
been lying this whole
wonder
time.
what else isn't real.
Look, I feel like at the very
He was-
least, the things that a lot of other content creators get like quote unquote cancelled for or whatever, I always just see them as very easy just not to do. I feel like I'm immune to getting cancelled by those things because, you know, I'm not gonna violate anybody sexually or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty safe on that.
Not
front.
gonna say slurs on stream.
You know, I
really
don't-
difficult one there.
I don't
You
even-
know,
See, I don't even say those like in private, so it's pretty easy.
right?
Uh,
I don't even swear.
Yeah, you don't even swear. You're like ultra good. I swear a lot, but I feel like that's a very Aussie thing. I feel like Australians just kind of swear a lot in general.
Did I ever mention to you one of my other coworkers for his birthday? He asked me if I could record a video of me swearing at him.
What the hell?
Like that was his birthday present, was a video of me swearing.
That's crazy. Did you oblige?
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course
nice.
I did. And now they're like, oh, I don't know. He's kind of changed ever since that.
You let one
Anytime I
loose.
like slightly raise my voice.
Dude, and like the thing with like, what is it? Dr. Disrespect, like messaging minors inappropriately or whatever. I'm just like, I always think like, just it's so easy not to do that. And I don't even understand the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you're, like, you know, let's say you're a creepy older guy, you can still message people who are, like, 18 at least, and it's like, there you go, now it's close enough, but at least you're still,
Right.
like, within legal limits.
Creepy but legal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do they always go, like,
Not-
1 or 2 years below, like, okay, now there's, like, no excuse line anymore. Like,
Feel like we don't need to specify this, but I'm sure we both agree that like if you're 40, don't be messaging 18-year-olds.
I feel like there's a kind of
If you're
societal
going to
understanding.
message anyone,
There's, like, a... I
like
feel like
at least make sure they're over 18.
Yeah, obviously. I feel like vibe-wise, though, you probably, like, in general, it's just weird to date anybody who's, like, young enough to be, like, your child kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't know what the
Mhm.
exact line is there, and it's not illegal necessarily, and if adults want to do their own thing, then sure, but, like, it does feel weird to me when I see, like, oh, this person's 50 and they're dating, like, a 20-year-old. It's like, that's a little weird. I'm, like, a bit stranged out by that. But, like, also, I don't know if you have, like, that much in common. Or, I feel like you shouldn't have that many common life experiences if you're 50 to a 20-year-old.
Right. Okay, 20-year-old has not even started with life experiences yet, let's be honest.
That's like going to college / kind of going to clubs, partying for the first time. A YouTuber did disappoint me. Who's your YouTuber, you haha?
Ooh, yeah, let's hear it.
In that context, Barinade
Me using
mentioned.
HUDs disappoints you already. I mean, I don't think I can really turn the HUD off on this game.
Honestly, there isn't much
But
of a
there's
HUD.
like, yeah, there's barely any HUD. It's completely useless. It tells me what ammo type I have, and then it tells me controls.
Dude, imagine if the ammo type changed like one time. Like you actually only threw like
Well, that's the
one ping
thing
pong
with
ball.
like the caps. Like it'll once you land the first one, it'll tell you you have 2 out of 3 left.
Yeah.
When you get that throw where it bounces off the cup and you hear it bounce off the cup and you know that was good.
Oh my god, come on, it bounced in and out! It bounced in and out! Oh my god, this is... I think, Meta, I think this is rigged. I don't know if they tested this. It might not be possible.
I don't know. I'll toss the question that you gave me. What do you think the likelihood of us getting this tonight is?
It's dropping. Every minute that passes, it drops. It's not. It's definitely not 0. Because the thing is, it could literally be any one of these. Like it could just happen right now, like right now,
Mm-hmm.
or even right now.
This one right here.
Like our chances were definitely higher at the beginning of this. I still think I'm gonna be crazier. I'm gonna say it's still more likely than not that we get it.
Okay. I feel like I'm just in a training montage right now with this badminton racket. It's making noises. I'm hitting it consistently.
We've been doing this all wrong. You should be aiming at the handle of the racket. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna try it.
Tried that already.
That's like so much harder to hit. Oh, and it bounces like kind of randomly as well because it's like cylindrical. Have you watched any good movies recently, Meta?
Yes.
Ooh, what'd you see?
I watched the Hunger Games prequel, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was good. I've always been a fan of that series.
Very nice.
Few days after that, I watched Speed Racer, which phenomenal.
That's the Wachowskis 2008 movie,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, so good. And then I think this might have been on Saturday. I watched one. It's called like Three Christs. It was a based on a true story of psychologists going to a mental institution back in the day.
Okay.
And finding 3 separate people who claimed they were Jesus Christ and put them all in the same room together.
Wait, what? What is this movie?
It's called Three Christs.
Three Christs. Is it like a documentary style thing?
Sort of, yeah.
What the heck? That sounds really
Because
interesting.
it's all told based off of a guy's the psychologist's book who ran this study. Crazy stuff.
That sounds really fascinating, actually. Three Christs. I'm gonna look that up. It's like exactly the kind of thing I like to watch. I watched. I rewatched.
Peter Dinklage too.
Peter Dinklage is in it. Okay, wow. Playing one of the Christs or the psychologist?
One of the Christs.
Oh, let's go.
I think the psychologist was also a pretty well-known actor. was Richard Gere.
That name doesn't ring a bell, but maybe I'd recognize the face.
No, Walter Goggins was also one of the other Christs.
Also a name that I only very vaguely recognize.
He's he play. Oh, okay. This will work out. He plays the ghoul in Fallout.
I have not seen Fallout. I'm sorry.
You haven't seen Fall? I thought you watched that.
I have not seen it. I have played Fallout 4. That's like the limit of my exposure.
Okay.
Sadly. Sorry, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. I rewatched an animated movie recently. I rewatched The Road to El Dorado. Classic DreamWorks flick.
Ooh. It's a good one.
Yeah, very, very fun. That movie holds up very well. Streaming here early. It's our weekly, intended to be weekly, TrickShot simulator sesh today.
Weekly meditation session.
Weekly meditation session. Quite nice. Horse race test the movie. I was thinking about making a video about that. I don't know if I will yet. Unless I figure out like something unique to say. I did actually come up with a video idea like last night in bed, and I was like, this is so good, I have to write it down. And I don't know if it's actually that good, but I thought it might be fun to make. So do you know the King of Kong documentary in quotes?
I know of it, but I haven't watched it.
Dude, that would be a fun watch at some point. But that's the documentary about Donkey Kong Arcade high scoring featuring Billy Mitchell of all people. And I was thinking like, I wonder if it'd be fun to make a video called like King of Kong Where Are They Now? And just look into like the people who starred like semi-prominently in that documentary and like which was filmed in like 2004. And just see like what they've been up to, if they have like an internet presence or something. Because I know at least a few of them are like somewhere online. So I was like thinking like maybe that could be a fun little deep dive. It would be like also thematically.
Be careful what you say about Billy Mitchell.
People have been making that joke in my like YouTube comments, like he's gonna come for you next. I do not like Billy Mitchell at all. He's a cheater in my opinion, but he did have one tweet that made me laugh really hard in real life, which is that's definitely an achievement. I don't know if you saw it, Meta. I don't know if you know, Carl Jobs used to be like a dating coach guru type person. He was like, I'm gonna teach you how to like get a date for the first time or whatever. Like he used to do those kinds of videos, and they're like
not notice.
They've been mostly wiped from the internet, but they're still around. You can find them. He used to do like dating coach tips or whatever, which is really funny. And he would record himself like going up to girls and like asking them out or whatever, like as part of the thing. Really funny backstory. Anyway, Billy Mitchell found like a video of Carl like talking about like tips or something behind like a white screen, or in front of a white screen, I should say. Sorry. And he posted the video, and then afterwards he quote tweeted himself, and he put a caption, and the caption was, "Hello, you absolute virgins." I don't like Billy Mitchell that much, but that was really funny. That was a really funny caption. I laughed a lot at that. Dude, I have a pile of shuttlecocks behind the racket that I've missed, and a pile like right at the table where they've bounced but not gone in.
You've got a lot more behind it, because I tend to either completely whiff or like hit it over and behind the table.
I have had some crazy near misses. It like the last one that I had went to the cup, like rotated inside of it and like popped back out. I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of those. Every time I give a long blink.
This is so hard. It's like one of the hardest games I've ever played. I can see why this is like a good streamer like rage game. It feels very like similar like Jump King and stuff.
Hmm. I think Blizzard still considers Jump King to be one of the hardest things we've played.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mostly because he correlates the difficulty of it a lot higher. He like rates it a lot higher just because everything has to be done like zero mistakes sort of thing. And so he grades the difficulty a lot higher than like a really hard screen in a game, but
I
you
see. I see.
respawn at the start of the screen.
I get you. Yeah. That makes sense. I think for that reason, I also, if I had to pick like the hardest gaming thing I've done on stream, like as a playthrough or something, it's probably been like the Nier Automata playthrough. Like that was brutal at the start.
Yeah, I can understand that. One of the hardest things I had to do, compiling the stats for that.
I remember that. Those were fun. The meta stats arc.
Even started. I'm sure you've seen the tab on like the stream sheet when I started working on putting it in there.
Yeah, I saw. Those were fun to like look on and be like, ooh, and like not look at it. I had to not spoil myself for the meta forever cap.
I think that one. I think I was starting to update that right around the time you were starting to talk about the second streamathon, and I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna have time to do both of these. I've got to get this out of the way. And then I ran out of time, and the second streamathon came up, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna start working on this one. And then, like, while I'm working on that, you started talking about the third one. I'm like, I don't know if I can keep up with this.
Sorry, meta. Yeah, the Sonic one especially, that one like lasted super long. That was like 43 days, I think.
Yeah.
Did you know there's another one planned? There's another
Insane
streamathon in the works. I forget if you were around for that announcement or not, or the not official
I don't
announcement.
think I was.
So I was planning another one, likely for September. It's like a 90% surefire thing, but it's not confirmed. Because it's going to be affected by Yumizu moving here. But I wanted to do a Pokemon marathon.
I feel like I remember hearing some talk about that.
I was kind of like running a few ideas by people. I think I even maybe asked you about it, actually, now that I think about it. I was thinking like, oh, we could do like Yu-Gi-Oh games, or Lego games, or that sort of stuff.
Yes. Yeah, you were asking me ideas on like which series to like play everything of.
Yeah.
I love the Lego games. Those are so fun.
They are so fun. I ended up like leaning towards the Pokemon only because that's the one that got the most positive replies from people by like quite a long shot. I guess maybe unsurprisingly, Pokemon is super popular.
Yeah. It's a thing where part of me feels like it would get repetitive, but at the same time, like any series, like Pokemon fans are gonna watch Pokemon just like Sonic fans, even if it's like somewhat similar gameplay for most of the games. Sonic fans are gonna watch Sonic games. Barinade fans are gonna watch Barinade.
It's a meta forever fans as well. That's why we have our little collab streams. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it was
Pokemon
interesting
games?
playing all the Sonic games, dude. Sonic games. I feel bad for Sonic fans. I was saying before, like the one thing that the Sonic Marathon did is it turned me into a Mario fan, ironically. I took for granted how like high quality like Nintendo games are on average. Like I did not realize what kind of a like growing up I could have had. Open a PO box so people can send you Pokemon Bathrooms to review. One of the things that I'm never gonna do is open a PO box, unfortunately. As fun as that would be, I'm never gonna do a send me mail kind of thing. I'm just like paranoid about that. Dude, there was like there was a story I heard that like scared me a little bit. There was like a streamer who had a PO box, and you'd think that like, oh, PO box like they're kind of anonymous because you can have them like at a post office. You don't have to have them near your address or whatever. But somebody waited outside a post office for like multiple days for the streamer to show up to pick up a package they sent there, and then once they did arrive, they followed them back home. That shit is crazy, man. People come up with freaky stuff.
Trying to think, like, are there any bad Mario games? Like, actually bad?
Dude, I was thinking about that exact same thing like a while ago, like during the subathon. I was thinking like, because that worst, like the worst Mario game is like, it's alright.
Right. And it's like probably what, like Mario and is it like 7 gold coins or red coins or whatever the Game Boy one was, where you're in Sarasaland?
Oh, is it the Mario Land 3, the 6 golden coins or something? I've heard that one's apparently actually not that bad even. But
And that's the thing, like, you know, like it had limitations on what it could do, but I think it was pretty well received.
the worst Mario game I think I've played personally, in my opinion at least, is the Mario Bros. Arcade game. And even that one is like it's just fine, but I just don't like that one that much. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. For an arcade game, it's, you know, it's pretty enjoyable. It's got some things you can do. It's got multiplayer where you can like play with / against your friend.
Yeah, true. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. It's one of my lesser liked arcade games. There's just many others, but it is multiplayer. That's true. That's kind of big. Do you have any? Do you like enough arcade games to give like a top 5 arcade game list?
Probably.
All right, hit me. What are your top 5?
I think number one's Galaga.
That's
I
a
don't
really
even
good pick.
think I'm good at Galaga, but it's so the idea, just the idea where you can get your ship captured by an enemy and then shoot the enemy while it's coming back down and rescue the ship, and now you've got 2 ships for a game at that that age of gaming. That is such a cool thing.
True, very true.
Maybe I don't know enough arcade games.
I'll give you mine. Let me, and then maybe you can tell me if you like or dislike any of these. My number one is easy. My number one's Donkey Kong. That's a big number one at the very top. Number 2, Space Invaders, the original. I love Space Invaders.
Ooh, that is good.
Number 3, Miss Pac-Man, not regular Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man has like different level layouts. Super fun, underrated game. Or maybe it's not underrated among arcade fans, but Miss Pac-Man's super sick. I also like Galaga, but I'm trying to think of other ones. I like Dance Dance Revolution Extreme quite a lot. That's also going to be in the top 5.
Okay.
Love me some DDR. Then there's a few that I like. I don't know if I'm putting them in the top 5. I like Nibbler. Don't know if it's in the top 5, but that's like if you don't know Nibbler, it's like Snake, but it's really fast. It's like Snake on on speed or something crazy. It's also a fun arcade machine because it's only got a 4-way joystick and no buttons. Like, it's interesting controls. I like the other like shooter games like 1942 or 1943, I think it's called. That one's really fun as well.
Yeah.
I think that had I don't remember if it was both of them or just one of them. It had the gimmick of like you're on like one plane, but you can like and when I say plane I mean like altitude, and you can like switch between like lower and higher. That I thought was a really cool mechanic.
I think the older one, I don't know if you could switch altitude, but I think you could drop bombs on things
Oh
at the lower
yeah.
altitude.
I also like Dig Dug and Rally X. They're really fun.
Mm. Dig Dug was always a favorite of mine.
I'm trying to think. Oh, and Centipede. I like Centipede a lot. That might be like a top 5 contender.
I think Asteroids would be up there for me.
Oh, Asteroids is alright. Yeah, that was a fun one. I've only ever played that like once or twice. Oh, I like Pong, the classic. If you have a person to play with, that shit is really fun. Pong holds up.
Have you ever played Pong 2?
I've never. I don't know what Pong 2 is. There's a Pong 2?
I speed ran Pong 2.
You
And
speedran
there's a
Pong 2?
Pong
What?
3. There's a sequel to Pong 2. Do you
Dude,
remember? I actually don't know. I think I did like one streamed run of this game. It's called Comp. It's QOMP.
Q or
And
MP?
the premise is you're the ball in Pong and you break out of the Pong like game and you're on like your own adventure as the ball from Pong.
That's cool. That's a cute idea.
Yeah, it was super fun. And then I still haven't played the sequel to it, but Comp 2 exists.
A Missile Command? Dude, I've seen a lot of people talk about Missile Command, but I've never played it.
I do like Missile Command, but I don't know if I would put it in like my top arcade games. Breakout is another one where it's like it's fun, but I don't think I'd put it in my top.
That shit is good. That's a good game. I could be cheesy and cheat and put Crazy Kong in there, which is just an unofficial knockoff of Donkey Kong that got licensed later on it. Donkey Kong
Ooh,
2, Donkey Kong 3. Or 2 is just Donkey Kong
ice
Jr., I think.
cold beer.
Oh, is that the one where you're like serving drinks in the bar?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
It's like it's at Combo Breaker. They have a machine of it. And
Okay.
it's this game where you have two levers and you use the levers to decide, or well, it's two joysticks. And you have this metal bar and there's a ball that's dropped onto your bar
Mm-hmm.
and like a physical ball. And you have to use the joysticks to navigate a grid of holes in the board and land the ball into the holes that are numbered. I think it's 1 through 10. But you have to go in order. So you have to get it into hole 1, then it brings the bar back down, drops a ball. Then you have to get it to hole 2, brings it back down, all the way through 10. And then if you make it to 10, within the, I don't think there's a time limit, but you gain score the faster you go.
Okay, interesting.
And you have a limited amount of lives. So if you make it to 10, it brings you all the way back down. And now the bar will automatically jump itself up if it doesn't notice you doing inputs. So you have to get quicker at getting to the holes and navigating because it's going to start moving your bar for you if you don't.
Okay.
Very fun.
Yeah,
I think
that
I
sounds
made
pretty
it
fun.
to lap 3 on that.
Ice cold beer. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Can buy a cabinet.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember their website though.
Dude, owning a cabinet would be sick.
That would be really cool.
I'd love to have like an original Donkey Kong cabinet. Dude, this one it's looking into the cup. Just go a little bit further.
Oh, wow.
He's looking at it.
Just hit one inside the back of it and like slide both of them in.
That would be a good strat. I don't have the finesse to do that. No, it didn't work. This is crazy. This is man, this is brutal.
This is.
This is what Northern Lion was talking about. I wonder how many tries it took him to get this one. Like, this doesn't feel like it should be as difficult as it is. I feel like this looks way easier than it actually is.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so many where we've had where it, it's right there. It just bounces out.
And you get Toast Soul to play more. Toast Soul bought TrickShot Simulator. Toast, we need more TrickShot content. Did we decide where we're going for dinner, by the way, Toast? Suffering Sim. Lock-in Simulator. Nope. We could go to La Porchetta again. Let's have a look around what's nearby. Speaking of which, I'll probably wrap up in like 10 minutes or so, if that's okay with you, Meta.
Yeah, that works.
Sure, you're probably gonna get some sleep as well soon. What time is it for you now?
It's going to be 10 o'clock when we end.
Oh, nice. Did you know what I found out recently that you can do? You can watch TV channels through VLC Media Player. Like free-to-air TV
Really?
from like different countries. Yeah, I found a website that like lets you download like playlists from like every country imaginable of like free-to-air TV. I had a friend over. We just spent hours like looking through like channels in India, Ukraine, USA, Sweden, just random countries, whatever we could think of. Even North Korea had one free-to-air TV station that we got to see. But it was just like music with subtitles. It was wacky. Dude, Indian TV is nuts, I will say, by the way. If you guys are looking for like weird, wacky, free-to-air TV, India has some crazy channels. They have a lot of news channels there, breaking news thing. Like, every news channel looks like it's like Drama Alert or something. It's got these blaring lights, everything's breaking news, like, everything's animated, it's crazy. Another thing that I saw...
50 throws, he starts narrating, and crazy.
There was like a lot of channels that had like pop-up ads like built into the channel, which I'd never seen before, like internet ads, but like on a TV station.
Don't give TV any ideas on adding that. That'd be crazy. We don't need that breaking out of India.
I like it. I like American TV. You guys have a lot of like dramatic music like during your shows, I've noticed. Now that I'm like looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's like just like these dramatic sounds. It's like that I don't know what the sound is called there. Like
Almost like the violin, just like single note.
yeah, like the tension sound whenever like there's like tensions are rising in like a show or something, you know. That's in like
You can hear that like all the time in like Hell's Kitchen or something,
Yeah,
any cooking
exactly.
show.
Yeah, I love that from me like doing a terrible impression of you. Exactly what I was talking about. That's like it's in like it's a reality TV show dramatic violin note.
Hmm.
Dude, reality TV is kind of addictive though.
It is.
It's hitting the cup, but it's just bouncing off. Dude, this is insane. I feel like I should get credit for like a free thing. I've like hit a full shuttlecock's worth of shuttlecocks into like the tip of the cup. The forced laughter track. I have noticed that like laugh tracks like not a thing anymore though. Have you guys noticed this? I feel like laugh tracks are gone. I do not hear laugh tracks in shows anymore.
Might just be not watching the right shows.
Maybe. I
I'd
feel like
imagine because like Big Bang Theory and like Young Sheldon would probably still have it.
Big Bang Theory finished though. Is Young Sheldon still airing?
Oh, did it? I think it is.
That one I don't know. That one I haven't seen. That's like a few shows that like comedies and they're like not doing it anymore. I wonder. I wonder if it's actually a trend or if I'm just like if it's just a perception bias. Like I just happen to not see it a few times and then I'm like seeing a pattern where there isn't one. Maybe you take some initiative and add the laughs in yourself, man. Kids these days. When was the last time I like laughed at a TV show? I don't remember. I don't watch much TV though. I cannot hit this racket anymore.
I'm also kind of feeling like I lost it.
I'm like losing the groove a little bit or something. Like my throw accuracy is getting worse. There needs to be a new Big Bang Theory to bring it back. I was personally never a fan of that show. It's redonkulous, man. Imagine that we both get it in the next 8 minutes. That would be so clutch and hype.
Gonna lock in.
Dude, if only one of us got it in there and the other person didn't though, that would be like so demotivating for the other person. Like start the next session like on the next thing while I'm still stuck
Yeah,
on the thing.
one more day of this.
Yo, Sans in YouTube chat, what's good? Welcome. Oh, that was so close. TK apparently got this in 3,900 tries or something. I think I'm gradually building up to 5,000 if I haven't already gotten there. Actually, how many shots have I gotten to? What am I at? Oh, no, never mind. I'm at 6,156.
Oh
We have got way past that. Never mind. I do not have a good internal idea of how many things I've thrown. Yo, Egg. What's good, Egg? Has me to bring back the laughter track is for the slice of life shows? Maybe. I don't know if I necessarily miss it though. If it's an actual live studio audience, I feel like it's cool. If it's like not a live audience though, it's like It's not a good trend. I liked it in I feel like in Seinfeld the laugh track is pretty good. But I also haven't seen that show in quite a few years now. It's been a long time. You know what show I've been meaning to watch? Actually, speaking of TV shows, I want to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I've thought about watching that.
I watched like the first couple of seasons like 12 years ago or something, but there's been like more seasons since then.
that consistency. You see those two birdies sitting on the top shelf by that stack of books? I just landed a birdie on the middle shelf and then hit that birdie with another birdie.
You're crazy.
This is some crazy consistency. Can we get that at the cup, please?
Have you seen the clip of Friends where they remove the laughter track? I haven't seen that, but I've seen that for Big Bang Theory, and it's like super weird. It'll be like, Sheldon enters the room, and it's just silent for like 12 seconds. And then it goes, hey Penny, and then it's just silent for another 15. It's so bizarre. Oh, it's weird. I imagine it's probably like similar like that with Friends. But I haven't seen Friends the TV show, believe it or not. Meta, I think this is rigged. I think the cup is too small. Or the shuttlecocks are too big.
I think we need a mod where the cup can be moved by it getting hit.
Imagine you knock the cup off the table, though.
We absolutely would.
This is ridiculous.
And you have to reset.
I feel like I should have gotten it by now. I feel cheated. By myself. Yo, Bobby. What's good? Welcome to YouTube chat. Welcome to the last 3 minutes of this stream. We will be playing more of this next week, roughly same time probably. Or actually, Meta, how's your tournament going?
Good. I felt like I was slow in my game today, but my teammate reassured me that I was actually pretty fast, except for like the last couple levels, which pretty hard.
Okay, nice,
so that felt good. My teammates both did really well in their game. Today's week 4 was a relay race, so we each had a different game. We were able to pick like who got to play what game, and then it was based off the games we chose. I went first, and then they went in their order, and once so timer started when I started my game, timer ended when the third player finished their game, and I felt like we did pretty good.
Nice, okay.
I'm expecting a solid top 10 finish on the leaderboard, which would put us in, like, there's 20 teams, so that would put us halfway.
How long does the tournament go for?
8 weeks, so this will be the halfway mark.
Oh, nice, that's nice.
And one of the games, the third game in the set, comes out tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Okay. It's very cool, very cool. I stretch my arm again a tiny bit.
Stretching arm when there's 1 minute left?
For the final throw. Watch me get it like in 2 tries.
Refreshed and back.
Locking in for the final like 40 seconds or whatever. It's so hard. This is so hard. All right, GG's.
GG's.
Dude, this game is crazy. Oh. Okay, well, it was fun. We definitely made no progress, but we are becoming better people. Surely.
This is true. I feel better already.
Okay, let me return to stage selects. How did you go? I have 6,361 tries for 3 hours 16 minutes.
I am at 3 hours 25 minutes with 6,519.
Ooh.
So we're roughly the same. I think I threw. So we started like 10 minutes apart,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we started with me being 100 throws ahead. So now I'm about 150-ish.
Yeah, it's roughly kept pace actually, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Which I guess it makes sense because you can only throw them so frequently because of how much the bat rotates.
Right.
The difficulty spike? Oh yeah, this is a spike for sure. This is way harder than any of the previous ones. You can even see it. I think I had like 14. Well, I'll go by the tries actually. Like 270 tries, 1,700 tries, 180 tries, 800 tries, 800 tries, and now it's like 6,500 tries.
Mhm.
It's definitely spiked for sure. But hey,
But then again, some of these other ones, like, these could have been just as long.
true. We did like pretty well in some of these. I popped up with the table tennis ball. I think you did as well.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a
that one was pretty
fast
easy.
low try one.
The card throw, I didn't even think like if I were to say which one felt the hardest, it was the hanger.
Interesting. Okay. Like out of the ones we've done so far, you mean?
Yeah.
Interesting. The card throw is definitely way harder for me than or it felt harder as well. Even like that like second marble one that we did, that was kind of brutal too.
Yeah. That one felt difficult. But then looking at it and it's like, oh, it was like the third hardest out of 5
Yeah, yeah.
according to the stats, but it definitely felt, well, I guess it felt the third hardest compared to the
Mhm.
card and the hanger throw.
Dude, this one, kicking our butts. All right, okay. Well, that brings us our stream to an end, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow Meta if you haven't followed Meta yet. I'll give him a shout out. We'll be back at this next week again, most likely, unless something comes up. That's the plan, but that's what we'll be doing. I'll be wrapping up. We will catch you guys soon. I'm gonna probably raid somebody. How you feeling, Meta? Do you want to raid with me, or are you gonna do your own thing?
I could raid with you.
All right. I picked last time, I think. Do you wanna choose a target for us to raid into?
Um, I've got nobody, so you can choose
Okay.
again.
Let's have a look. Let's peruse the Twitch categories. Let's see if there's anybody else also playing. I think last time we rated somebody playing TrickShot Simulator. Do we have anybody else also playing? I'm waiting for my web browser to load me in. Also, I'll end the YouTube stream. If you guys watch on YouTube, thank you for watching the YouTube. I'll be back for another stream